Someone kept tugging my shirt at JFK, but the woman behind me looked terrified. My fiancé was beside me in a busted snowstorm line, half asleep, while the security snake moved like it had given up on life. I kept getting pulled from behind. Not bumped. Pulled. I finally turned around to snap, and the guy behind her had one hand on her elbow like a clamp, while she looked at me like she was begging without making a sound. I had this flimsy pink boarding pass in one hand and my phone in the other, and I did not know what the hell I was looking at. The guy tried to smile, badly. The woman didn't. I typed a note on my phone that said, "Are you okay?" and held it up like an idiot. She stared at it for 1 second, then nodded toward the TSA desk. So I walked over and said, low-key trying not to sound cooked, "That woman behind me needs help." The agent barely looked up. "What's the issue?" Her boyfriend keeps grabbing her, and she looks scared. Therefore, they pulled them out of line. 2 minutes later, I saw the guy get stopped at the checkpoint because he didn't even have a ticket. No shot. He leaned in and kissed her like he was trying to sell a fairy tale, but the second he stepped away, she mouthed, "Please don't leave me." That was the first peek. Then she came back alone, got close, and whispered, "I've been with him 3 months. He said if I ran, he'd ruin me." I just stood there with my backpack strap cutting into my shoulder. "Are you a US citizen?" I asked, because my brain had fully short-circuited. She nodded. "London's my escape if he lets me board." Then she leaned in and said, "Be safe." I said, "You too." My fiancé stared at me like I'd lost it. Maybe I had. Then her guy got escorted back in cuffs because TSA found a knife in his carry-on, and she turned to me with this tiny, wrecked smile, like she already knew he was cooked. She was gone before sunrise.